I am a very comedic person, so sometimes when I try to explain to people what happened, they think that I'm just kidding when I'm being really serious. And it's easy to just go along with it and say, "Yeah, I was just joking," and laugh it off instead of saying, "No, wait, look. This is completely serious." You think when something crazy happens, the world stops, but it doesn't. Just time goes on and life goes on, and you're just stuck with this bizarre thing in your head, and you can't really tell anyone, or else they'll think you're crazy. They'll either think you're crazy or you're kidding. So I decided to post this on YouTube because no one can interrupt me. The camera can't interrupt me and start laughing and say I'm joking or something like that. I'm not going to chicken out. I'm just going to tell what happened. Okay, so I took the SAT subject test in June, and then November, and then January. In June, I took biology and math 2, and I did fine on biology because you don't have to think about anything. It's just, do you know it or not? So it's not like a time issue. Math 2 really didn't go as well as I hoped. And so then I took it again in November, same story. Um, didn't get that 800, and then again in January. Why did I not get an 800? Certainly not because I'm dumb. To put this in better context, I'm a genius. These days, people are usually very humble about things, but I'm just gonna be very straightforward. I am a genius. I'm very, very, very gifted, especially in math and science. When I was running today, for instance, someone passed me, and in my head, I plotted a distance versus time graph. Most people need Logger Pro, Data Studio, complex technologies to do stuff like that, but I can do it with my brain. And then I differentiate that equation to find their velocity. So I was like, oh, this guy, he's going pretty fast. But the thing is, his velocity wasn't constant, it had a slope. So I was like, oh, he's doing his pickup right now. He's accelerating. He wouldn't have passed me if he wasn't doing his pickup. So, and I do that all the time. How much water came out of the tank? Bam! Integration in my head. Bam! Differentiation. In AP Calc, after we take tests, my test serves as the answer key. In sophomore year, I lost my graphing calculator, brand new TI-84. Never bought a new one. Why? Because I am a TI-84. Like, my brain is a graphing calculator. So why didn't King Kong get 800s on all her subject tests? Well, in June, it was at my high school, and I walked in, and most of the people went to school, but there's this one girl who I never saw before, and she asked me what room she should go to, and I told her to look on the list, and she said thanks, and she tapped me twice on the elbow. And I thought, okay, that's just a weird thing that she does. Okay, I didn't really give it much thought. And then in November, I took it again at my school. This time it was a different girl, not the same girl from last time. But she didn't even ask me anything. She just walked past me and tapped me twice on the elbow. And that would really freak me out because I remember when it happened last time and I was like, what the hey? What the hey is going on? Like, what? Are these a legion of elbow tappers? I was very weirded out. I couldn't explain it because it's not a typical weird thing which you would be like, hey, two girls tapped me on the elbow twice. And then in January, they didn't offer it at my school, so I went to Andover, and I was running late because I couldn't find my keys that morning. So, anyways, I was running and I didn't know what building to go to. It was very confusing. So I saw someone with a backpack who looked like they were going to take the SATs, and I asked them for help. And as I left, he tapped me twice on the elbow, and then At that point, I didn't really give it much thought. I was just thought it was really weird. But after I took the SATs that day, I really began to reflect, and suddenly it clicked for me what was going on. All those times I went to take the SAT, time was going very fast. And I know when you take a test or do something intense, it feels like time goes fast. I know the difference between when you feel like time goes fast and when time is actually going faster. I know the difference, and I'm not crazy. I know exactly what happened. Time was going twice as fast for me as everyone else. I know. Okay, I literally know. I know what happened. Time went twice as fast. I only had 30 minutes to do the subject test. And it was because of them, the people who tapped me twice. The tapping the twice on the elbow means time goes twice as fast for you. And it all makes sense now. And they are time benders. And I know you're probably laughing, but don't judge something someone says until you've been through it yourself. If I was in your place, I would think this person on YouTube is crazy too. But seriously, there is a legion of time benders, and we are just ordinary. Well, some of you, I don't know if one of you may be a time bender watching, but I'm just an ordinary person. I am just, time goes for me. I can't control time, but there are people who can change time for you in your dimension, and no one else will notice. And you will never suspect it because tapping on the elbow is it's not some big thing that you notice. So, and then you'll always just tell yourself, I'm crazy, like it's all in my head. So that's why it's not been on the news, nothing like that has happened. These people are time benders. And the sick thing is that they just want me to get a low score because they want to eliminate their competition. It's like, that's not fair at all. I don't stand a chance against you. You're time benders. You can always manipulate the world in your favor. So you think, how did that kid get an 800 when they're not even that smart time bending? They had time bending on their side. And this is something that I have to expose. It's something I have to expose. I thought, I'm just going to keep it to myself. I'm just going to pretend like, I didn't deserve that high score. I'm too slow. I'm too slow. No. This is for the sake of humanity. I'm going to go out and say it. There are these time benders, and we have to stop them. We have to bring awareness. I know there's so many of you suffering out there. Have you ever felt like time went by too fast? Time went by too fast, and you blame it on yourself. You blame it on yourself. You know that sick phrase, time flies by when you're having fun? No, there's time benders. Because how else can you explain this? I'm King Kong. I'm the king of calculus. Math 2 is a joke, it's so easy. I can do it in my sleep, okay? I am a TI 80,000, I am so smart. So the things, it just doesn't add up. And what's the probability that 3 random people on the SAT would tap me twice on the elbow? It just doesn't make sense. And this is the only explanation. Seriously, you can talk to all my teachers. I am a borderline genius. Not borderline, I am off the line genius. If there's a bell curve of intelligence, I am 74 standard deviations to the right. That's how smart I am. I'm not going to be humble and lie to you and say, oh, I'm just like anyone else struggling to do well on the subject test. No, I have those in my pocket. It's the time bending. And to say that I got high 600s in only 30 minutes compared to the hour everyone else gets, that's a huge accomplishment. But colleges will never know that because they don't know about time bending. They have no idea time benders exist. So this is to bring about awareness. And if you watch this video and this has happened to you too, you post a video too. Okay, and maybe I'll disappear. I know that is a possibility. The time benders have a lot of power. They know they don't want to be exposed. But I have to do this. I have to do this.